providing more customer service offices than any other Louisiana utility company, staffed with customer representatives who work and live in Louisiana, and offering 24/7 emergency response. That's what keeps CLECO energized.
Good morning, everyone. It's 81 degrees outside, looking through the Rapides Regional Medical Center camera there, and look at that water on the river. It's calm outside. Beautiful morning to be out there. So, of course, speaking of water, we're going to go, because it's working, Toledo Bend. Perfect day to be out there. 80 degrees out that way. Very, very light wind. Dew point's coming up. Now, we had some 60s in the area this morning, and while the sensor is down out at the airport and also at Esler Field, I was looking up toward Shreveport, had mid-60s, and at least one person reported in the subscriber chat they were in the 60s as well. So it was cool for July. And, as this system departs here, as Beryl gets up into Canada and the Great Lakes right now, we're left with some drier air. So rain chances are down for the next couple of days. You can see that rain moving up to the northeast, where actually there's a pretty decent tornado threat up into New York and into New England later today, as the remnants of Beryl continue to cause problems, not only flooding, but that severe weather as well. We had 2 tornadoes yesterday, one in Indiana and one in Kentucky, so much calmer than what we saw down here the day before, but it is still continuing on up there in the northeast, where they have the flooding to deal with and the potential for severe weather. So Beryl just does not quit. And there goes the satellite way up into Canada, scraping the Hudson Bay, when a couple of days ago this thing was making landfall. So moving quickly now that it's caught up in the mid-level wind, or in the mid-level westerlies, and getting kind of taken away from us. And that's okay. We will gladly say goodbye. Now, areas of interest. This is barely qualifying for us, but we do have an area of interest out there. 10% risk of tropical development in the next couple of days. I doubt it. I mean, 10%, they doubt it too. But this is going to move inland and produce some rain over the southeastern United States. So if you'll be on any of those Atlantic side beaches in Florida or the Carolinas, or maybe down towards Savannah, you'll probably at least have some rain to deal with, and maybe some choppy waters. Now, mostly sunny skies for today. We'll be up in the mid-90s. I think about 93 for that high. Dew points are up, so heat indices up above 100, but we are free of the heat advisories. It is about 80 degrees right now. We're going to warm up into those low to mid-90s today. We're staying away from the hundreds here, so we've at least seen a break from getting close to 100. It's not like we had anything crazy like last year. And then overnight tonight, with dew points coming up, we are in the low to mid-70s. So we are getting out of those 60s. Those are rare this time of year. And Futurecast shows the storms stay to the southeast. Now, initially, several days ago, when it looked like Beryl was going to be a little further west, that was when I thought we were going to see higher rain chances now. And you can see this kind of bearing out over South Louisiana. Those thunderstorms are going to develop once again for Baton Rouge and New Orleans. Those are going to stay down that way as the dry air continues to infiltrate our area and we keep things dry up here. But if you are headed down southeast toward New Orleans, toward the beach in the Panhandle, something like that, you're going to probably run through some storms. Now, fortunately here, these are not going to be severe, at least, for the most part. I can't absolutely rule it out, but any sort of severe threat's very isolated and would be brief, and that is going to stay completely away from us. As is rain, really, for the next week. Now, I think we'll see some scattered stuff, but you can see here the forecast numbers much higher to the south, where we are seeing the remnants of Beryl, actually that front kind of dipping down, and some storms forming along that. But for us up here, it looks pretty dry, pretty calm, not tons to talk about. And that's good. We had lots to talk about for a long time here. So to take a little break here and just show you a normal summer. Mid-90s for highs, that's typical. Some scattered storms as well. Overnight lows in the low to mid-70s. Take it in for a second there. That's your 7-day forecast. No big events coming through here. This is very typical of July. So we got some rain to kind of take the edge off of how dry things had been for a couple of weeks. Of course, these scattered storms are key to keeping us out of the major drought. So while they may ruin a brief part of the day, it's good stuff. We need that. And slightly above normal temps, nothing out of the ordinary here. Mid-90s, probably maybe some upper 90s showing up from July 18th to the 24th. And we also have the slightly above normal forecast for rain. So just scattered storms, not seeing anything in the tropical pipeline. So great news there for the next couple of weeks. Nothing imminent, nothing threatening, and we're going to be keeping a close watch on all this, because I do think the tropics will reactivate fairly quickly. And remember, those storms, when they come through, they do create some upwelling. It cools the waters off briefly, but now it's just kind of re-energizing. And I do think we continue on with the busy tropical season here after a nice little break here, which is what we should see in July. Alrighty, I'm going to get out of here. Hey, Mom, good morning. Glad I texted you. I'm going to be going a little earlier from now, probably for a little while, because I'm just liking the comments. Because we have a t-shirt business, as many of you know, and this is the back to school season for us. Yes, you're not back to school and you're not really, I'm sure you're thinking about it, but we are fulfilling those orders, and it's a lot of work because we're separating them out by kid and everything. So we're sorting. We're in that phase right now, and we got some long days ahead of us. So we need this tropical stuff to stay away for many reasons, because I got shirts to print. All right, I'm going to see you back here tomorrow, Thursday. Hey, we're halfway through the week. It's going quickly. I'll see you then.